Hello, I'm Giuliano Hazan, and I'm going to make a rum and coffee flavored chocolate mousse cake. Yum! This is also called Il Diplomatico in Italian. So first I'm going to get my chocolate melting. The easiest way to do it is in a double boiler. So I put my chocolate in a metal bowl, put it on top of a little pot of water, and turn the heat on. So now I'm going to add a little bit of sugar to my coffee and mix it in, dilute it with a little bit of water, and then the rum, 2 tablespoons of rum. Mix that in well. And now we're ready to line a loaf pan in which we're going to assemble the mousse cake. And I'm going to use some pound cake to do that. I am going to figure out what length I need. Right here. Okay. And then I'm going to make some slices like this. Let's see if it fits. It does. I'm happy. So now I'm going to do the sides as well. And then if you see some empty spaces like this, then we just need to fill those in. And you can take some of these extra pieces that we have here. It's kind of like doing a jigsaw puzzle. So now I need to generously dab with my coffee and rum mixture. I use a pastry brush, and I usually start with the sides first because the coffee is going to drip down to the bottom. If I start with the bottom, sometimes the bottom ends up getting too soaked. It's time to make our chocolate mousse. We're going to whip egg yolks with some sugar, but I also want to keep the whites because the whites need to be whipped up and folded in afterwards. Now it's important when you separate the eggs that you do it carefully. Okay, you don't want any of the yolk to go into the white. Now here I am using Safest Choice pasteurized eggs. And the eggs here are not cooked at all, but I'm not worried about that. You don't have to worry about there being any bacteria. Now I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of sugar and using a whisk. Okay, my yolks and sugar are done. Okay, you see this is what they look like, nice and pale yellow, almost custard-like. Okay, I've cleaned my whisk, and now I'm going to whip the egg whites. To help me whip the whites, I'm going to add some cream of tartar. That's 1/8 of a teaspoon per egg. Here we go. Now pasteurized egg whites take a little bit longer to whip, so this will take about 7 or 8 minutes. Okay, the egg whites are done. You see, nice firm peaks. So now what we're going to do is we're going to mix the chocolate into our egg yolks. Here we go. Okay, now I'm ready to add the egg whites. Here we go, perfect. And now I don't want to mix it in, I want to fold it in. Because you see, I don't want to lose all those little air bubbles that I've created in whipping up the egg whites. That is what gives the mousse its airiness. And then you're done, and you don't want to keep on mixing once you're done. So now we're going to pour into our lined loaf pan, and we have our last piece of pound cake, and we lay it right on top like this. And then we do our final generous dabbing of our rum and coffee mixture. Here we go. Now we're going to wrap it up and put it in the refrigerator. It needs to set at least overnight, but you can even make it 2 days ahead of time. Okay, our Diplomatico has set overnight in the refrigerator, and so now we're going to unmold it and frost it with whipped cream. So I'm going to whip some cream. I'm just going to use about a cup of heavy cream and a little bit of sugar. There it goes. Let's unmold. There's always an exciting part here. So put a nice flat surface like this. There it goes. Beautiful. And now we get our whipped cream. just cover the entire surface with it. And now I have a wonderful canvas on which I can decorate. There we go. Doesn't it look pretty? And I can't wait to taste it. Buon appetito.